Welcome back to another box opening. We're doing another box of Mr. Genesis Returns. Stay tuned. Gamer in the wardrobe, where I play games in my comfort of my closet. We are doing Genesis Returns here. This is our fourth box, I believe we're opening. Last box was pretty good. Hit a couple of legendaries. I don't think we hit any ARs. We haven't hit any ARs or any gold cards yet, so we're definitely searching for those here. We got the box topper and Krung. We'll keep him right over here in the top left corner. And then we are going to dive right in. Let's go ahead and shuffle these up to start, just so it's a little bit more random. I don't think there is any necessarily like potential to this where you have the opportunity of getting cards at the front left or front right, but just for the purposes of the video, we'll shuffle this up and have some fun. All right, guys, let's go into pack one. Pack one, here we go. Get this over to the side. We got Sovereign Scourge. We'll kind of put the commons over here, just because, you know, they're common. Killshot, Morak, Dragonheart. This card, I'll make this like a slight tutorial as well. This card is going to be extremely good. Extremely good card in the set. It's a clash buff. All right, our uncommon is Resurging Fire, Weber, and nice. Very good. A good rare, and then a very good foil rare. Look at that foiling. Very cool. All right, we're going to kind of keep these somewhat organized. We'll have this over here. We'll have our uncommons right below. We'll have our rares right here. And then we'll have the foils, and then our epics and legendaries. So that way, if you're watching the whole video, you can kind of see what the hits were. Again, this card, in my opinion, should not be a common. It is way too good. Under Pressure, another clash buff, extremely good for black contenders. A little badge, and then we got the Wiener Stand. This is a Frank's Wiener Dogs, Frank's Hot Dog Stand. A nice uncommon. I know a guy that would like that. His name's Fox Soccer. Moxie into nice little foil Genesis. Ooh, look at that. Back-to-back packs. That is, I guess I'm going to be playing War this set. That's very cool. I like to see that. Like to see that. Give me as many rare foils as you want, game. This box is already pretty nice. Already pretty nice. Great card for death. Kilimanjaro, Diminish. All right. Really like this set because this set, outside of the unrivaled clarity from the previous set, this set introduced dual colors. So this is the first set that has multiple dual colors, which I think is going to really kind of break the game. And our foil is Major Dean Uncommon. Oh my gosh. What is happening? What is happening? This guy just, look, 3 packs. 3 packs. What is going on? That is cool. That might have to be my thumbnail. Can't run from war. Can't run from war. If I pull the I Am Chaos Gold, I'm definitely going to make a war thumbnail. All right. Very good clash buff. Balancing Power, Coggin, Ballistic Shield, Grasp of Power, Moxie. Those are our commons. Into Haven, dual color, Shadowlight, dual color, and a Chest Day Morak, the Gruesome Brute. Oh, there you go. Got a nice little discarded package there. We take that. We take that. Everyone likes a little Krung. I don't think Krung improved much in this set, but I feel like set 5, Krung's going to get a lot of upgrades. All right. Couple of commons. Little Genesis, Contender. Into Garrison. Oh, nope, that's not there. That goes there. And we got Embracing Darkness, common, and then Clarity in the rare. That will go there, that will go there. Let's go to our next pack. Haven't hit any epics yet. I tend to like to hit my epics early, because then it just makes me like optimistic for the rest of the box break. The worst thing could be is like not hitting any epics or legendaries or golds, and then you're on like your last 5 packs, and it's like, well, this sucks. So we got Grenade Launcher for Weber, Apex Top Speed, into Plague Bearers, Embrace, and Fractured Reality for Crumb. Kind of a weak pack there. Let's go from the middle this time. All right, look at the art on this thing. Tattered Shackle Blade, Genesis. This card is also extremely good. If you guys aren't playing this card, even just in blue decks, this card is very good. And it's a common. Again, I don't think that card should have been a common, just for how strong it is. Anyway, Vigilant Defense, Major Dean, and our first epic Warcry Roaring Force into an Air Assault rare. All right, we got our first epic. See, we went with look at that. It's got like a little rainbow color. We went with the middle. Middle pull us an epic. So let's see if we can go back to back with the middle. Let's get through our commons into Deafening Soundwave, Cybernetic Recall, and Balance of Power with the Rotten Repercussions. Balance of Power has a nice foil to it. All right, we're going to go to the left. Got a slightly different angle on the box break today. Hopefully, this is also, I mean, oof. If I got this pack in a sealed format, bam, these are auto includes, in my opinion. All right. All right. And this Genesis is really good because what it does is it's a 4-cost. It has interception, so it can block flight, and then when it's defeated, it just goes into your resource zone. So you basically ramp when it's defeated, which is very, very good. All right. Erupting Force into Tattered Shackle Blade foil and Avenging Guy, the Distractor. Like to see it. Double foil. Double a foil, a banga. We'll keep going on that left side because we just got a double foil. Strike it while it's hot, baby. Strike it while it's hot. We got Shadow Lash into Kilimanjaro, into a foil Moxie, and a Shadowlight Recovering. Oh, yeah, he goes there. Okay, only one epic so far. No golds, no legendaries yet. It's all right. Eternal Dragon. Okay, here we go. Shadow Lash. Lynn Scheming. Apex. Foil. All right, we'll stay left. Left's got to hit at some point, right? Come on. Come on, baby. Lynn Diminisher. A couple of these. Couple of those. All right. First uncommon, Radiant Fighter Shadowlight into Weapons Depot and another Apex foil. This card, I'm going to be testing a lot, I think, in the Tavern Brawlers. I'm going to be running the New Pestilence, Toxic Presence. And I think this card is better than people are going to give it credit for. I'm not sure yet. I haven't actually tested it. But I think if you can run a sufficient amount of, you know, discard and draw, it becomes very, very strong. So we'll see. Kagan, Dark Bargain, Aftermath, Magnate, Killshot, Kilimanjaro, Kagan, Contender, Plaguebearer's Embrace, War Dominion, and we got a foil dually. We'll take foil dualies all day, baby. Ember Forge for our rare. Nothing crazy there. Let's go on. Here we go. Purging Heat, Magnate, Genesis, Ballistic, Weapon System, Genesis, into an uncommon Conquest. And Mean Streak, Swift Sentry, Major Dean providing cover, being our rare. Next pack, pulling from the middle on this one. See what we can do here. Purging Heat, Flare, Machina, Aftermath, Controlling the Situation, Lava Wielder, into Moxie Armored Soldier. Everyone's favorite by Powell, and then a foil Machina and a foil Altered Potential. All right, dual foil. We'll take dual foil. That means we got to pull from the middle again. You get double foils, you got to go in the same row. That's how it works. All right, Haven now you don't. And that looks like our IR Eclipse Form. Ooh, dual foil again. Eclipse Form IR into Diminished, one of the new traps from set 4. All right, let's get this a little bit better lighting. There we go. There we go. Nice little lighting there. All right, next pack. I'm getting a little worried. We're getting pretty low. We've only found one epic, so we already got the IR, so I'm hoping we get spicy in these last few packs. I cannot go another box without a gold. I will poo myself. And we got a legendary Dragon Helm. A Dragon Helm legendary. Look at those eyes. He says, I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Very cool card in the Coggin deck. Very cool card. We'll take a legendary. I mean, that just means the box is pretty much doing its job. You know, we got extras. Legendaries are extras. You're guaranteed 4 epics. Sorry, 4 epics and one IR in a box. So everything after that is a bonus. So I will take a legendary into our next epic, Genesis the Oppressor. This card is going to be a staple in anyone that runs Genesis. It is very, very good. Very, very good. All right, next pack. So here's the thing. We got at least 2 epics left. Everything else is going to be a bonus here. Coggin Dooley into Magnate and Weber. Magnate foil, Weber rare. Okay, so we have 5 packs left. 5 packs left. 2 are going to be epic. Everything else is a bonus. Let's get it. I like my odds. All right. This card's actually really, really sneaky. Observant obviously hurts it, but if you can have some portal control, this thing becomes a beast, especially in Magnate, the set 1 contender. It's a 5/4. The portal's closed, it becomes a 7/6. And then if you have New York City, it becomes a 9/6 with flight. Woo, doggy. All right, I am Chaos into Nanite, Infiltration, and Conquest. Exploring enemies, or exploiting enemies, sorry. All right, 4 packs left, 2 epics to go. So we know they're coming, but will we get that bonus gold or that bonus legendary? There's our next epic, Shocking Revelation. We will take a Shocking Revelation. Very, very good card. I think this box is telling me it wants me to play Genesis. Look at that foiling. Look how good that foiling looks. My gosh. My gosh. Alpha Clash team, thank you for stepping up your game. Thank you for listening to the people. Thank you for making the foils sexy. We appreciate you guys. All right, here we go. We got 1 slot left right here for our next epic. Hopefully we can fill this slot with a gold or another legendary or another epic. You know, there could be potential of more. We're going to find out. Okay. I am Victory. Magnate. Armored Soldier. That's okay. I mean, someone might play Moxie. Who knows? 2 packs left, 1 epic to go. So we either get something here, or we go home. Fire Mace. Okay. So in theory, this last one is an epic. What epic do we want? Okay, before you see this reveal, I want you to go put in the comments what epic you think this is going to be, right? So we already have Warcry, Oppressor, Shocking Revelation, and the IR. My guess, what epic? What epic do I think this is going to be? Sonoro. I think it's going to be Sonoro. Let's see. Just to make it cook a little bit. Avenging Guy for our rare. It's cooking. It's cooking. Ooh, Lynn taking aim. Look at this like little spot in her cannon. How cool is that? This is actually one of my favorite cards from the new set, so I'm very happy to pull this thing. Awesome stuff. So quick recap, guys. Here's our commons. Here's our uncommons. And then our rares. We'll go through the foils really quickly. Fire Mace, Moxie, Nanite, Magnate, Diminished, Altered, a couple of other ones. Not bad on the foils. This was pretty nutty, getting those first 2 packs. And then we have, before I sleeve them, let's go over these. You know, and just for the sake of, you know, the teaching some people, if maybe you're new to Alpha Clash, we'll break these down. So Warcry, It's 3 cost. It costs 2 white pips to play him. So if you have like 2 whites and a blue resource, you can play him. But if you have 2 blue and 1 white, you cannot play him. He's a 3/3 from Earth Clash card, Alpha. This is the symbol recognizing like what faction they're in. So he's an Alpha card. He has Breakthrough, which means if he is obstructed, any additional attack will go through and hit the contender. And then you have during your primary phase, which is basically the phase where you're not attacking or clashing, you can pay 2 resources to turn this into a 5/5 until the end of the turn. But you can also, on your opponent's turn, pay 2 white resources to turn this into a 1/7. So it can be offensive and defensive, and you can do it on both turns. It doesn't exhaust or do anything like that. Lin Taking Aim, 3 cost, 2 blue pip. Trigger enter, target player diminishes 1 card for each bounty counter among clash cards. So there's cards that will bounty the opponent's cards. If this comes into play, and let's say your opponent has 2 bounties, they would diminish 2 cards when this enters play. This also gets +1/+1 for each bounty counter among clash cards you don't control. So not only would they diminish 2 if they have 2 bounties, but this then turns into a 4/5 because it gets +1/+1 twice. And then when this card obstructs, meaning when it blocks, when it turns sideways and blocks a clash card from attacking, you can put an additional bounty counter on a clash card. So not only will that bounty that card, which could benefit your deck, but it's also going to get a +1/+1 modifier when it does it. Very, 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 very good card. Genesis the Oppressor is a little bit, not hard to explain, but I'm going to do my best to break this down if you were new. Costs 6 to play from your hand. It's a 6/5 Harbinger Clash card. This is mostly a Genesis card. You can play it in any deck, but in Genesis, you want to play this from your resource zone because trigger enter if this card is played from your resource zone, ready up to 2 resources you control. So it, in theory, could cost only 4 resources because you have to play it for 6, but then you get 2 back. But also in Genesis, if you're under 15 health, you can play cards from your resource zone for 2 less blue pips. So this, in theory, could be played for 4, and then you get 2 resources back, so you're almost playing it for 2 resources. And then it has a counter attack. You can prevent clash damage from your resource zone. So if you have 2 resources up and they swing, you can pay those 2 resources to prevent 2 damage. And then counter play, you can engage any number of resources you control to prevent the next X non-clash damage, which is like spells or cards that would deal damage without clashing. So very, very strong card, very defensive. Another mouthful here, Shocking Revelation. Very similar to the other one. You can play this from your hand, or you can play this from your resource zone. And it costs 1 less blue for each card in target opponent's hand greater than 5. So if your opponent has 8 cards in hand, this actually only costs 3 resources to play. If they have 5, it costs 6 resources to play, and 3 of them have to be blue. It is very, very important to note that you cannot go below this. So it's less blue pips. So if they have 10 cards in hand, it still costs 3 resources to play because it's only getting rid of these blue pips based on that perk. And then you get to look at your opponent's hand, choose a card from their hand and place it at the bottom of their deck. Then each opponent sends target clash cards they control to oblivion until control clash cards equal the amount of clash cards you control. So ultimately, if I have 1 clash card on my side of the board and they have 5, I can play this card, discard a card from their hand, and then they have to send 4 of their clash cards to oblivion to match the 1 that I have. And then lastly, one additional upside is if the portal is open, you may draw 1 card or put a card from your hand into your resource zone engaged. Very, very strong board wipe card, especially in decks like Genesis that want to kind of control the board and prevent cards from going wide. Eclipse Form IR, this is a clash buff, which requires 1 white pip. And then ultimately, during a clash, there's an opportunity to buff your characters, and you can actually give target clash card -3, -0, then draw 1 card. Now, one thing to note is A, drawing a card is very strong, but B, that -3, -0 stays on that clash card until it is defeated or sent to oblivion. So it's not just during the clash, which makes this card really, really strong. And then lastly, our legendary Dragon Helm Kagan. It's 2 green resources to play. Safeguard, sorry, my feet are starting to hurt, I'm standing up. Safeguard means it cannot be targeted, right? So if someone has a accessory removal, like Ancient Protection or Alternative Strike, they cannot target this Clash card. It's unrivaled, which means you can only have one unrivaled card in your deck. You can only have one Dragon Helm, but also you cannot have any other unrivaled cards in your deck. You can only get one unrivaled card, period. So it's 2 to play, 2 green to attach. Attached Contender gets Safeguard. So now you cannot remove the Dragon Helm from play, and you cannot target Kagan with abilities and effects as well, because it has Safeguard. And then on top of that, Kagan or Kagan Clash cards you control can't be sent to Oblivion by opponent's card effects. So not only can this not be sent away, your Contender cannot be targeted, and all of your Kagan Clash cards cannot be sent to Oblivion by opponent's card effects. Now, the last little tick to this legendary, this is kind of like the Optimus Prime build. You're trying to get all of Kagan's equipment onto him so that you can create an Eternal Dragon, which is a 10/10 alpha dragon that has Breakthrough, Exclusive, and Flight. This card can only be attached to Kagan, the Kagan Contender. So ultimately you want to get the helm, the mace, the shield, and the armor on Kagan. If you have all of that, you can actually engage your Contender, turn it sideways, and exhaust him. Engage and exhaust your Contender, and it creates that 10/10 Eternal Dragon that I think we have. Hold on, let me find it really quickly. I know it's in here somewhere. Maybe. I thought we pulled one. Okay, there's a Fire Mace. So there's another card. A Fire Mace is something that you would want to attach. Is that uncommon? Well, anyway. Oh, I was looking through the uncommons. Hold on. Here we go. Where are you? I know you're in here. Anyway, if I can't find it, it's basically a 10/10. So here's another example of a Kagan card. So like if this card was in play and you have the helm, you cannot send this card away with abilities, right? So anyway, so the idea would, and there's another Kagan card, right? Another Kagan that you cannot send away. Where are you, Eternal Dragon? We're going to find it. Now we have to. Here's the Kagan Contender. So also when you attach or play Contender weapons, you draw a card. I think this is it. Where is it? Right here. Aha! We found it. Okay. So ultimately, you get the helm, the mace, the dragon scale armor, and the shield, and then you can create a 10/10 Breakthrough Exclusive Flight Eternal Dragon. And then you basically just swing at that Contender, and, you know, they probably can't deal with it, at least on that turn. So anyway, that's the recap. That was the box break. You know, pretty decent pulls. We got a legendary, which is a plus. I'm still hunting for those gold cards, but not a bad little pull here. Plus the legendary, pretty good box. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you watching. If you haven't yet, like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.